Hey guys, so this week on PWR Studios YouTube channel, we have the honor of having an interview with a previous PWR professional writing alumni, Amanda Luedeke, a literary agent at McGregor Literary. So I've emailed her some questions in advance and she has compiled some answers for us, so let's hear what Amanda has to say.
Hi, I'm Amanda Luedeke. I'm the Vice President of McGregor Literary, soon to be renamed McGregor and Luedeke, so it's pretty exciting. We're rolling out a new logo and the new announcement very soon. But I was a 2006 graduate of the professional writing program at Taylor University, and now I'm working as a literary agent. So I'm hoping to share some of what I know and some of what I've experienced on this side of the business. Okay, first question, what genres do you acquire? Right now I'm focusing mostly on nonfiction, authors with platforms. They might be bloggers, they might be speakers, they might be podcasters, they might be preachers. It can be, anyone who has a group of people who follow them and believe them to be experts in their field. Those are the books that I'm working on right now. In the past, I've represented fiction authors as well. And I love fiction. It's my favorite genre to read, but it's just very hard to sell right now. So I'm much more picky about the fiction that I take on. What does a typical day look like for you as an agent? As an agent, I am working with authors who are in all different stages of the process. So if you think about how you are as an aspiring author who wants to get that book deal, and then you get that book deal, and then you want a career, so that you go after having a lot of book deals, and then how do you manage that career? How do you manage all of the people coming at you wanting to do business with you? An agent is there the entire way. We are in your corner, we are your coach, we are your confidant, we are your advocate. So on any given day, I'm negotiating deals, I'm shopping projects, I'm talking with new authors, I'm talking with my current authors, I might have publisher phone calls, we might be looking at cover art, we might be talking about marketing plans, and we might be talking about where to go from here. So it's a grab bag of topics, but almost all of it is done through email. Sometimes I will go and visit publishers face to face, and we'll also have phone calls when needed. But so much of the business these days is through email. So a lot of it's just sitting at your computer and working through those questions and those emails. What advice can you give to aspiring writers and or agents? I think a big piece of advice is to network as much as you can. Meet people, get business cards, get in front of people who might be able to make your dreams come true. This goes for whether you want to be an agent or whether you want to be an author. In the end, it comes down to who you know, because we all like doing business with people we like. And so if a publisher is looking for a new author, they're going to choose a new author who, yes, is great at writing and has great ideas, but also is someone that they feel they want to work with. And the same is true for if you're becoming an agent. If you want to get clued in with an existing agency so that they can teach you and you can be part of that agency, you're going to need those connections to make that happen. So networking is probably the most important thing that you can do if you want a career in the business. Should new authors make it their priority to find an agent? Well, we're in a really unique time right now in which not everyone needs an agent. There are a lot of authors who are very, very happy doing indie publishing careers. There are authors who enjoy handling their own business with publishers. So I think the question to ask is, how confident are you as a business person? How much of a handle do you have on contract negotiations? And how how able are you to go through difficult patches with a publisher and navigate those waters on your own. Of course, agents also bring a network of connections to the table. So when you work with me, I have a number of existing relationships within the industry that I can use to your advantage. We also have things that we offer our authors, such as feedback on their book ideas. We will even read manuscripts and give feedback. So we try to provide as much value as possible, but for each author, it comes down to what kind of experience do you want and how much control do you want over your own career versus how much do you want to hand off to someone else and trust them with that. What do you like to read or write? I love to read classic literature. I just got back from a vacation to the East Coast, and I saw Fitzgerald's grave, and I saw Edgar Allan Poe's house and grave. And I've done a couple of these trips where I go out and see classic author locations. So the classics are my favorite by far. Occasionally I like some science fiction and fantasy thrown in there. What are some of the major mistakes you see in the submissions you receive? I think the major mistake that does kind of drive me bonkers is it has nothing to do with typos or putting the font in the wrong size. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with when an author hasn't taken the time to come up with a truly unique idea. This goes for fiction and nonfiction authors. I get a lot of pitches of very quiet, plain stories. The pitch will go something like, this is a story about a high school teacher with cancer. And that's the story. That's not very interesting. And I don't mean to offend anyone who have cancer stories, because they can be very powerful, but in and of itself, a story of a person with cancer is usually not enough to make it big and to catch a publisher's attention. But if you take that story with a teacher with cancer and then you turn him into one of the biggest drug lords in, I think New Mexico, which is like the premise for Breaking Bad, then it becomes this exciting, different, flashy, big picture idea that people can get excited about. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for just another rehashing of a dragon story or another, Romeo and Juliet, or even another get-rich-quick book or another here's how to parent your kids book. I'm looking for something that's different, something that stands apart, something that it might take inspiration from those previous ideas, but it repackages them in a new way. So that's it. Thanks, Megan. I appreciate it.
Thanks for all your amazing insights, Amanda. We really appreciate you coming on the channel and taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with us. So thanks again. Hey! Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you like this, subscribe and share with your friends.